Hey there, Leo. Welcome to a reading for the week of... this is for the eclipse that's on the 20th in Aries. We are going to see what you are focusing on during this eclipse. And sorry, I keep not turning this deck right side up, but you start off with this legacy card. This first row is going to represent the general energies of the eclipse. And it says, your work will be passed down to future generations. Damn, I definitely like that, Leo, sorry. It says, harvest the gifts of your ancestors. These gifts are also for you. So I feel for a lot of you that you could be working on, kind of building, leaving a legacy, which I always say I think a lot of people are working on right now, mostly because of Uranus and Taurus. But, you could also be kind of like working on projects or businesses that will last a very long time. I kind of feel like some of you, there's like some sort of blessing in disguise in work or business as well. I feel like if recently... if something hasn't been working out for you in work or business, there's like about to be a turnaround here. Or look at 3 aces too. Damn, Leo, this is very good. So I like this, but I feel like there's about to be a turnaround, or there's like a new opportunity coming in for you, especially in regards to your finances. So it looks to me like there could be a positive change financially for you in general. You have the 9 of Cups, the 5 of Cups, and the Page of Cups with the 6 of Wands showing up here as well. So the 9 of Cups is all about fulfillment, and it's all about focusing on fulfillment as well. It can also represent a wish. Sorry, this is a brand new deck, and I cannot pick these cards up off the table. So what I would say is that, again, I feel like there's wish fulfillment coming in for you here, and this is what I'd be focusing on. I would also be focusing in this direction here. Like, look at this, how this is set up. You have the Page of Swords to the Ace of Cups. I feel like your focus needs to be on anything. We're not just talking about love here with the Ace of Cups. We're talking about, all forms of fulfillment. So I feel like you need to focus on things that bring fulfillment, but it's almost like, you see how the Page of Swords is going towards the 5 of Cups here? I feel like it's saying, don't focus on the things that you have lost. Look at all this that you have to gain. He doesn't just get these 2 cups. He also gets this bridge in this castle over here. So it's like, I kind of feel like the reading, this first row is quite simple. I feel like it's saying if you focus on the things that are fulfilling you right now, you're going to get more fulfillment. You have this Page of Cups and 6 of Wands here. For some of you, I wouldn't really call this a love reading. I mean, obviously there's love here, but so if you want love, I feel like there's love. But really, I kind of feel that the Page of Cups is more talking about a dream or an opportunity. And I say that because, number one, you have 3 aces, which would be a big new opportunity. It could be love, but, I kind of feel like it's a little bit bigger than just love. That might be part of it, but, he's got that fish in that cup, and it kind of represents a dream opportunity, something that he would really value. But I always say he needs to grab onto that fish. He needs to sink his hooks into that fish, because he needs to make sure that it doesn't get away. And you have the 6 of Wands. It's almost like you've earned it. That's what I feel like saying, that you've earned this, or, you've earned the right to have an opportunity that's coming in for you. So kind of like, don't miss out is what this is saying. Let's get more details on this. And let's see here. With the 9 of Cups, you have the 9 of Swords here. I do feel like you're ending some sort of round-around situation here with the 9 of Swords. Because I just feel like maybe you've been in a little bit of a cycle. Like we've all been through cycles, but I feel like this is a cycle that you've just been kind of experiencing on and off, and you're hoping to get out of it. And so, I feel that. I also have like a weird message popping into my head, like, be careful of getting annoyed or something like that. Those are the words that I'm getting on the 9 of Swords. But I feel like it's like people. There might be like just little bugs, little mosquitoes in your life. And I feel like this is saying, like, ignore the mosquitoes, right? The bloodsuckers, basically. With the 5 of Cups, you have the 6 of Cups. This is much better. 6 of Cups can represent a turnaround. I always say that, to me, the 6 of Cups can be a gift from the universe, and the gift we usually receive is, if we've been bumping up against an obstacle, it can represent kind of like a turnaround, or getting over the obstacle. So it looks to me like there's an end to some sort of obstacle. With the 6 of Wands and the Page of Cups, you have the Hierophant. Yeah, again, I feel like you're ready for this, or you've earned this. Hierophant, he is like the bridge between the heavens and the earth, and he is also like a teacher, and sometimes I feel he is someone who, he's normally like initiating the 2 people that are in front of him into something, some sort of teaching. It's almost like you've earned your right to be part of something, is what this reading is saying to me. It's like, maybe you've earned your right to call yourself a business owner, or to, have be a much more successful business owner, or whatever the case may be. And I feel like this is saying, like, you've earned the right. I do feel like there could be love that leads to marriage coming in for some of you as well. Next, for what is ending during this eclipse, you have this house card. It says real estate, security, stability, roots, family, home, possession, safety, neighborhood, blah, blah, blah. So, I feel like some of you are moving, plain and simple. It's kind of weird because I always get moving for you, Leo. But I always then hear in my head, no, I'm not moving. So it's like some of you might be moving and you don't realize it yet, or maybe you just don't expect to move as quickly as you are going to move. And but if you are moving, I feel like this change is going to be very beneficial for you. We literally see right here, you have the Page of Wands with the Nine of Pentacles. Page of Wands, he moves. He can kind of represent moving. He's also very enthusiastic. But the Nine of Pentacles to me is a card of your environment. And I'll show you right here. Right here, you have this snail, and a snail's wear their homes on their back. So it can represent kind of like where you live. It can also represent your environment. But if you are moving, I feel like there are a lot of benefits for you specifically to move. And I feel like I've said this to you before. If we go this way, you go down to the Ace of Pentacles to the Magician. It's like literally saying this new beginning will bring in a lot of opportunity for you. So it's like maybe you are kind of thinking about moving, or you have been thinking about moving. Maybe you're not thinking about moving. You might not be. But something happens here that gets you curious, is what I would say. I feel like this Page of Swords is kind of like a hold up a minute, like wait a second. I feel like he's very connected to this Five of Cups as well. It's almost like he can see those two cups right here, and I'm wondering if you have like a random, I'm wondering if something very random happens. Even the Ace of Wands can be out with the old, in with the new. And you have this castle right above my finger here that's crumbling. So it kind of represents like a new opportunity, but it's like, I look at the Ace of Wands as something exciting. It's like the spark of life. It can represent the root going down into the soil from the seed. It's kind of like that initial spark that happens. And I kind of feel that for some of you, where you could be getting a spark of inspiration, where all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you feel like moving somewhere or traveling somewhere or something like that. It might not be a move as well. You might just feel inspired to move in the sense that you're changing your job, or maybe you're going to a different gym or something like that. It's like some sort of change here. And it kind of comes in, I feel like you need to pay attention to those like sparks, like sparks of inspiration basically, or those moments where all of a sudden you get excited by something. I feel like you could be having more than one of those this over the next like 6 months or so here as well, Leo. And I feel like those like sparks are leading you towards something much better. With the Page of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles, you have the Ten of Swords. Yeah, I kind of do get the sense of like some sort of disappointment having happened, mostly because of the Five of Cups. But the Ten of Swords says something is dead, done, over with. So I do feel like you are moving past any disappointments that you've experienced. With the Page of Swords, you have the Lovers. There could be a person who has their eye on you, is what I would say. Going like this, if you do want love, then I would say, maybe you are in Five of Cups mode, and all you have to do is turn around and see this new person right here. So you could be grieving the loss of a past person, Six of Cups, but there's actually something new and much better coming in for you. And I would definitely say it's an air sign. Or, I would say they have a lot of air in their chart if they're not. Page of Swords, Knight of Swords. It could also be a Taurus. You always get Taurus. Could be a water sign. Could be any sign, whatever. But, the point being is I feel like this person either has their eye on you, or I feel like this person has their eye on you, is what I would say, Aries. I don't think because again, some of you might be grieving a loss. If this is not love, again, I feel like the second you are grateful for what you have, I feel like you're going to see this new opportunity. And look what it leads to. The Star? Are you kidding? So, I kind of feel like this is saying let go of something that didn't work. There's about to be something that does work really, really well that's coming in for you. With the Ace of Wands, you have the Two of Cups. If it is love, it's a perfect match. For most of you, though, Two of Cups, I feel sometimes is you and your higher self. It's basically like your higher self is trying to get your attention. Your higher self is trying to communicate with you. So, definitely pay attention to your dreams, your daydreams, your intuitive messages, all those things I would be definitely paying attention to. Next, in the area of your, what are we doing? Oh, new beginnings. You have this time has run out. There's something better. Yeah, I basically said that there's something better coming in for you. It says current conditions will be short-lived. So I feel like, there's a cross here. Maybe you've been, carrying a heavy burden recently, and I feel there's clearly a much better new beginnings coming in for you. You have the Knight of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, and Ace of Cups. Amazing. 2 aces to me is a definite yes to any question that I haven't answered. I really feel the Knight of Swords is saying everything is in front of you. I really feel you need to be, kind of like weighing up where you're at. I don't know how to say this. It's like, imagine if you are going, it's like if you're looking for a job, and it's like if you're getting something that is kind of like from the past, in the sense that it's like down here, but you want to be up here. I feel like this is saying, no, you need to keep moving forward. I kind of feel like this whole entire reading is encouraging you to exceed your own expectations, right? To do better than you think you can, because you can, really, Leo, is what this is saying. You have the Ace of Pentacles. There's a much better opportunity coming in after a disappointment. Literally, pretty simple reading. I really feel it's saying there's like just a better opportunity coming in for you after a disappointing period of time. And it's going to be much more fulfilling. I love the Ace of Pentacles. It is the card of potential. The problem with potential is we get out of it what we put in. So, I would say if you get a big opportunity, make sure to put like good work into it. You have the Ace of Cups. I'm getting the word peace mostly popping in here. So I kind of feel like you're entering into a time where you're going to feel like more at peace, or you are going to feel like your life is much more peaceful. There's like less chaos, less confusion, much more certainty as well. So I feel like you're feeling a little bit better just in general. Let's see. With the Knight of Swords, you have the Six of Wands. You do have the Six of Wands twice going this way. So I do feel like there is a victory coming in for you. For those of you that are getting married, I feel like this could be a big victory for you in general. If you're currently with a person that you want to marry or something like that. I also feel that this could have to do with your attention, because, Six of Wands, I'm going to show you on this card so that I can show you, but you can see on a traditional Six of Wands, like this guy is being celebrated. He's on his high horse. He's kind of getting recognition as well. And you have that legacy card that you start with that basically says you're going to be recognized for whatever you work on for the rest of your life. With the Ace of Pentacles, you have the Moon card here. I would be like really looking into opportunities that come your way. Some opportunities might be a little bit more like, Page of Swords, Card of Secrets kind of, because, I look at him as a detective. He really needs to look into things so that he can figure out what they're about. Ace of Pentacles with the Moon basically says that you might be presented with an opportunity and you really have to examine it. You have to kind of like be a detective and learn about it, because that's what's going to tell you that it's a good opportunity. It's like if you just get presented an opportunity and you don't look into it, you might just think, this isn't that important, but it actually could be. So I would say, like, if a boss comes to you and offers a raise, or if you become interested in a new direction in work, you might want to explore it with that Page of Swords, because you might get more and more excited about it, like, as you learn about it, right? With the Ace of Cups, you have the Ten of Wands here. Ten of Wands is like carrying a heavy burden. I literally said that with that time is running out card. I was getting something about like carrying a heavy burden or having to put in more than you're like getting out of all situations. And there's much more balance here. It's almost like I see you. I don't want this to sound wrong, but it's almost like I see you doing less work, like in work, in business, but it's like you're getting paid more for it. It's like, I feel like you're finding better ways of doing things, which I always talk to you about, but I definitely feel that here. Next, in the area of your next major change, you have this nature card. I feel like some of you, I literally feel this is talking about your nature. It's like you feel more like yourself to me in this reading, just in general. So I feel like by nature, it's, some of you, of course, it's always a good idea to get out into nature, but I feel like this is more talking about your nature, like, how you live your life, or the things that you experience in life, or, whatever the case may be. You have the King of Cups, the Four of Pentacles, and the Magician. King of Cups is a card of the home, by the way. It's my clue card for the home. Some of you could be moving. I do also feel you could be attracting a King of Cups type of person. I talk about this a lot, that the King of Cups comes up for like everyone as far as love is concerned, because, he has very deep emotions, and he's also sitting in choppy waters, but he's perfectly fine. And so it doesn't have to be a water sign. I just think that probably because of what's going on in the world, we will be more attracted to stable people, who are not freaking out about everything that is going on. Because trust me, there's going to be a lot to freak out about. But, again, I feel like for the most part, we will probably be attracted to people who are stable, right? And that's pretty much what I'm getting there. You have the Four of Pentacles. You always get the Four of Pentacles in my reading. So, I feel for a lot of you, it's like there could be, you could be holding on to some things or some ideas from the past. I think I always encourage you to come up with like new ways of doing things, because that's where the success is going to come from. You have the Magician as well. So I do feel for a lot of you that you have some hidden talents, gifts, skills, and abilities that you need to take advantage of. Or there could be some things that you're not using, like in work or business. And I feel like these talents, gifts, skills, and abilities will make you very successful. It's like you might have some like ideas or some ways that you want to present things. I don't know. It's popping into my head as presentation. Some of you might be giving a presentation soon, or you might be thinking about giving a presentation. And if you are, I feel like it'll be very successful. But it's almost like in work or business, if you're trying to stand out, the way you present is what's going to make you more successful. With the King of Cups, you have the Temperance card. Yeah, bright side type of person. Temperance, you can turn a negative into a positive, but you can also turn a positive into a negative. As far as a person is concerned, this is probably, you're probably attracting a person who always looks on the bright side. They don't look on the negative side of things. So you could be attracting that. With the Four of Pentacles, you have the Knight of Pentacles. Every single reading I do for you, Leo. So, it's clearly time to get started on like a new direction or some ideas that you have. I feel like you're a little bit over-prepared for some opportunities that could be coming in for you right here with the Three Aces. So definitely, if there's a new opportunity, I would take it for sure. With the Magician, you have the King of Wands. Yes, I feel like you are reinventing yourself at this time. The Magician is about reinvention. The King of Wands could definitely be you, Leo. So you could be kind of like becoming a new person here. And I think this will be a good thing. At the end here, for what you can manifest right now, you have this Orphan card. But again, this is kind of like the good stuff, this last row. So I feel like you could be manifesting your way out of the cold. You could be manifesting a person, clearly, in your life. There is love here. But again, I would say that this reading is more about the other things that we've talked about, like building, leaving a legacy. You're much more focused, big picture, just by looking at this reading, I would say. And all these eclipse readings have kind of been more big picture anyway, but, I feel like you're more focused on, like, creating your own fulfillment, your own excitement, using your talents, gifts, skills, and abilities, turning your life around with the Temperance card, right? But I kind of feel if you want love, you could be, pulling yourself out of the cold. You could just be doing this in your life in general. I do get a little bit here that if you are reinventing yourself or changing yourself with the Magician and the King of Wands, people might not, like, understand it, And even with the Seven of Swords, Seven of Swords, of course, can be lying, cheating, stealing. I would be careful, Leo. Like, I don't want to scare you, but for like the past few weeks or months, maybe, the past couple months, I think, I've been getting this Seven of Swords for you. So I would be careful of any sneaky energy that's in your energy field. It could be a person. It could also be like a job that's being sneaky. Maybe they're not giving you a raise or a promotion when you deserve one, right? So, I would be careful of sneaky situations. I actually don't think the Seven of Swords is that bad of a card, but just intuitively, like, I feel like some of you could be surrounded by something sneaky. Again, I feel like you're going to pick up on it. So trust your feelings, because it's not like this is hidden from you. I feel like you'll see it, but you're going to have to like cut it out, whatever it is. Five of Swords, cut the situation out or whatever. Seven of Swords, card of tactics. He's stealing those swords from an army that's in the background. So it's like he's going to war, but in a different way. And I feel that every single reading I do for you basically says, keep doing whatever you're doing, but there could be some changes that you could make that will lead to a lot of success. And sorry, this is a new deck, and new decks lay perfectly flat on the table, so they're impossible to get the cards off. But you have the Star card here. And so, I feel for a lot of you, there could be some sort of wish coming in for you. I also feel like you've been working towards something for a long time. You see these ripples that are going out on the water here? I almost feel like something's about to take off that you've been working on for a long time. Like if you've been working on a business for a long time, or working on presenting yourself, or like maybe you've been working on YouTube for a long time or something, it's almost like those ripples have finally gone out far enough where you're getting a lot of attention. So I feel good about this Star. I feel there's a lot of attention coming in for you. You have the Five of Swords. I do feel like there are people who are not going to like the changes in the things that you do, but it just happens. You know what I mean? It's like, I get comments all the time from people that say you've changed. But I mean, if you go back and watch my original videos, I'm pretty much the same, is what I'd say. People, get used to you being in a comfort zone, basically. And I feel like people don't want you to leave that comfort zone, but you need to, because you have to grow. So, as I always say, I get nervous when people aren't saying that I've changed, because, to me, that means I'm saying the same. And, I kind of feel like this reading is saying you don't want to stay the same as all the, sheep in your life. I feel like you're a lion. You are meant to grow. And, lions don't care about the opinions of sheep, right? With the Seven of Swords, you have the Chariot, definitely a victory coming in for you. Could be a move, I'm telling you right now. Some of you, wouldn't surprise me. I feel like you're going to be surprised, but I'm not. With the Star, you have the Five of Swords. Yeah, I do feel like you're cutting unnecessary things out of your life. The Star is big picture, and there's this ibis right here in the tree. He's like the bird of knowledge and wisdom, and he also kind of represents seeing the big picture. So if you have to cut people out of your life, or if you have to move on from certain situations, I kind of feel like you're seeing the big picture. You understand it's just part of the process. And with the Five of Swords, you have the Knight of Wands. Yeah, you're ready for something new. Knight of Wands, he needs to feel excited. He needs to feel desire and fulfillment when he is working on a project, a business, or even in a relationship as well. He needs to feel something about it. And, I don't know why that's popping into my head. That's not really what this card means, but just intuitively, that's what I'm feeling here. And I feel like there are some feelings that you're getting, and it's you're moving in the right direction. But, again, I feel like people in your life might be saying you've changed, you're different, blah, blah, blah. And my response to them would be damn straight, I've changed. Yes, I'm not the same like you for the last 50 years, whoever these people are. But this is a pretty interesting reading here, Leo. Looks good. So thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your Sun, Moon, and Rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your eclipse.